Hello, everyone, and welcome to eLearnChat, where it is all about learning. We have been gone for about 6 weeks. It's been a long time because we moved offices. We had to reset up our studio. It took a while to get back, but we've got with us Dr. Susan Nash. Susan, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine. It's great to be back.
It's great to have you back. We missed you. And Harold's in the middle position right now. And if you notice, we switched our positions, not because we're making any kind of existential statement here. It was more due to the fact that in our new studio, the way we set it up is a little bit different. For example, Harold and I are pretty much in a line almost with each other, whereas before we were kind of catty corner. It was more like this. Now we're like this. And as a result, putting up the lights on my side, which used to be over there, didn't fit well. So we moved it there. But as a result, if I was looking here where Harold used to be, I'm looking backwards. So, and if I'm looking at you, Susan, I'm looking there, but I used to look there. So it changed everything by just the lighting. So now you're on that side, we're on this side. It's just where we are. There's no...
And it would appear that despite our best efforts, the LinkedIn stream has killed itself for some reason.
Oh.
Yeah.
LinkedIn has died, but that's
it's a little
We're
finicky.
Still on Facebook and YouTube.
Yeah, it tends to want us to log in a lot, and we've just done it. We've tried to do everything to appease it, but it's still not happening.
LinkedIn, for all of you people watching, if you like doing any kind of podcasting or anything else, LinkedIn is okay, but they go down a lot. They drop your stream a lot. You know, they're using Azure from Microsoft, which owns Azure and owns LinkedIn. You'd think they'd get it right by now, but no, not yet. So hopefully they can figure it out and we'll have a little bit better. It's not a bandwidth issue. It's just it drops you, and we don't know why. So anyway, we will upload the show afterwards to LinkedIn. Susan, what's new in the world of learning for you?
Well, we were talking about this before the show, so I don't know how many of us have like audio that we've recorded over the years. And you're thinking it's just languishing. Like I have a book that I've recorded all the chapters and it's ready and it's up on the net, but like nobody sees it because it's just hosted as an audio file. And so unless you actually take the extra effort to syndicate it and put it in some form in place where people see it, it's just invisible. So I'm thinking that might be an interesting topic for one of our future shows, is talking about like how exactly in today's world do you do like a podcast? Because I used to have one in the past. It was from Podcast-O-Matic, but everything's changed and everything changes every couple of years.
Podcast-O-Matic was an easy one too. I remember that one.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it.
Are they not there anymore?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah, and then I also had a podcast through Tripod, which was Lycos, and that's an Australian company. That, it used to be super easy, syndicated, you can still find it, but it's gone. And so
it's probably
under
quarantine. Yeah.
You were using, Susan, weren't you using for webinars and stuff Screencast-O-Matic? Is that from the same thing as Podcast-O-Matic, or is it just a coincidence?
That's just a coincidence, a different company. And Screencast-O-Matic is just a good place to like, it's like if you don't have Zoom or something, if you just want to narrate your PowerPoints or record a video of yourself, it's super easy. And then you can create an MP4 file and you can upload it to YouTube or whatever. Right. But it's for content, it's creating content. But like, okay, creating content is one thing, but it's the distribution piece that I'm interested in.
Yeah, and most of them make it hard. We were talking pre-show. Some of the best platforms, if you're hosting an audio podcast, are Podbean, Podbean, podbean.com. They make it real easy, and they get you on Apple iTunes, or Apple Music, I guess. They also get you on Spotify and things like that. A lot of people don't realize that Spotify also does podcasting. They host a ton of podcasts. In fact, we're going to be probably doing that very soon. We'll take the audio tracks from the shows we're doing here and put them up on Spotify. You never know. Could be a good place to be.
Well, I
But
think
Podbean's
so.
very good. Spotify is also free. That's another one to consider. And Libsyn, Libsyn. That's another one that's not bad. I think Podbean probably has the best. I can't say probably Podbean. I haven't been to the Spotify UI as far as podcasting goes. And I don't know if you can record on Podbean or you just have, I'm sorry, on Spotify, or if you have to just upload. You probably upload.
You have to upload, but
Yeah.
like I was looking at Google Podcast. So I thought, okay, well, that's free. This should be easy. Okay, it is, but it isn't as easy as the others, and you only go to one place. Where if you
Mm,
upload it through Podbeam, then you can click all these boxes. It's not free, but it saves you so much time.
yeah, but you know what's funny? For that little price you pay, maybe let's say $10 or $8 a month or 15 max, that gets you like 30 different platforms,
It saves you
including Apple,
hours.
including
Yeah,
Apple.
it
So
saves you at least 7 or 8 hours a week. Well, it depends on how
yeah.
often you produce content. But if you're producing content, say once a week,
Hmm.
then that's a lot. But then a lot of people want to produce content every day.
Right.
I would shudder to have to think of having to upload every single one of those individually.
Yeah, it's a pain. Yeah, you need to hire somebody to help you do it because you're busy.
Yeah,
But and
yeah.
that
So
is something
interesting.
that
Then
in training doesn't hurt because a lot of people do have content. And a lot of trainers I don't think are considering podcasting as a good place to put it up. But it's actually not a bad place at all. There's a lot of training stuff on podcasting. And keep in mind, podcasting is used liberally to say audio podcasts and video podcasts.
that's
But
right.
there's also another, you can say vidcasting, you could say broadcasting. I mean, in essence, it's all the same. But usually with podcasting, most people originally thought it was only audio, but it really applies to both now. People say, I've got a podcast on YouTube. And by the way, on YouTube, it can be also, and you brought that up pre-show too, that a lot of people just record, put up a picture, and now you're on YouTube with just a picture
Yeah.
and your audio. That's how we started, actually. We didn't have the whole studio set up or anything, so we just recorded via phone calls back then, interviewed I think we did about 3 or 4 interviews that way, and I thought, this is stupid. Why are we doing this? So we bought some extra cameras and started doing it with video, and it was actually a lot more fun doing it that way. And plus you could see the people when you're talking rather than just be on the phone with them. And the phone connections were never that good. They were okay. Sometimes the audio was good, sometimes not as good. But with this medium, usually you can get pretty good audio depending on how much you invest or whatever else. Now, if you want to be a podcaster and you don't want to spend a fortune, there's some tools you could buy. There's some new ones now. Tascam, I think I want to say Tascam. They have a podcaster handy recorder that does everything for you. Supposedly, there's Rode, RODE. Rode Microphones has the Rodecaster, which is a podcasting machine that allows you to get up to 4 people live on it if you want. Plus, you can get people on their phones on it. That's about I'd say about $600. So if you don't want to spend that much, you can go with one of the smaller for about $100-200. You can get a little podcasting machine right in your hand that does most of what you need, or just record on your computer. You can add some sound effects and get some of the software out there that can do that for you, and just send out the audio tracks.
Well,
And
yeah, I would say, yeah, get the original. Well, you can use Audacity
yes,
to, you can use that to record on your computer.
right.
But if you're using your phone to capture like a conversation and you're just recording on your phone, you can always put that, send that, upload it to Google
Sure.
Drive and then download it into Audacity and
Hmm.
audit and like edit it.
Yeah. Or there's a lot of other things. There's, like I said, there's some software out there that has, and it's just small little boxes. They're not very big at all. Mostly under 200, and they give you like 10 buttons. On each button you can add sounds. So, for example, if you have show music you want, you just put it right up on any of those. You could have special effects, applause, whatever you want, And those are easy. We didn't plan the show ahead of time. We were just kind of ad-libbing. But we'll get you some resources to that, and we can show you what's out there. And there's a lot, and it's not that expensive, and you can have a lot of fun with it. And
Well, and
also,
some podcasts have gotten really high production and big deals. I mean,
Yep.
there are two that come to mind. One is You Must Remember This, and it's histories of Hollywood, it's just audio only, but they
Okay.
talk about the scandals in early Hollywood. And
Yeah.
then another one is Turner Movie Classics. They have one called it's in Going Deeper anyway, and they have 3 different seasons. And I listened to the one that had to do with the Lucy show.
Oh, Lucy.
I love Lucy.
Yep.
Yeah, the whole history of Lucy, Lucille Ball, and yeah, she had an interesting life.
She did. With Desi.
But even before that, oh my gosh, it's so crazy. Her early life.
Yeah. And she's one of the ones who made it. She did.
Yes.
She was pretty powerful in Hollywood, believe it or not. But anyway, we digress. Yeah, if you folks are interested in learning more about different ways you can podcast, get audio out there, and get seen, heard, well, actually get heard in this case, you can also get seen. A lot of the software that we're using, for example, we have Wirecast, we've got vMix. You can use those to just record, and you can be on camera or not, and turn off the cameras, and now you have an audio recording at the end. You can just literally, as you're recording, you can split the audio out, and it's really easy to do, and that gives you a podcast. If you want to go to video, you just add a video signal. It's that
Well, and if
easy.
you're using Zoom, your Zoom will, like when you have all these different options, you'll have audio only.
That's true. That's true. And how's the audio quality in Zoom, though?
It's it's like anything. It's through everybody's computer, so it's just based on the
Yeah.
lowest common denominator.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, you have
Whoever has the
what mic do you have? I remember you bought a mic.
Yeah, I have the Snowball.
Oh, the Snowball. Okay. From Blue, the Blue microphone. the
Yes,
Snowball.
blue Snowball.
And that's not bad. It gives you a better quality than what you're ever going to get out of your built-in mics in the PCs or laptops. So
Right.
yeah, you could definitely use any kind of mic to record, and that'll give you a better sound. This thing I'm on, well, this is the big one. I have a smaller one. This is the Shure SM7B. Now, this is about $400 or $500. So you probably don't want to spend on this. However, there's a smaller version of this that is absolutely phenomenal, and it comes with a USB connector or an XLR for the professional audio. But the USB has software that makes it like your own professional recording studio. You can
Oh,
really
wow.
do a lot of nice stuff with it, and it's like about less than $200, and you get a really professional sounding mic. It's pretty amazing. And the good thing is it's a dynamic mic, so it rejects a lot of outside noise, so it's very quiet.
Oh, that's very
Yeah.
important, just simply in
Yeah,
when
and
we're
that's
using
the
phones,
Shure
it's opposite.
SHURE MV7, Mary Victor 7, MV7. It comes in, I think, 2 or 3 different models. It has one where you have XLR and USB, one that I think only has USB, and maybe only one that has XLR. So they kind of split it into 3. I have the one that has both, and I should have brought it in. It's in my office next door. And that one it has a really good sound, and it really would work for you in whatever you're doing. It's a great kind of mic, and you'll have a very good professional audio sound.
Oh, that's super cool. Well, I really think that everything goes full circle, but it seems like podcasting is sort of is with audio only is really picking up again.
It is,
And so,
yeah.
yeah.
You know why
used for
people are commuting again. They want to listen to things while they commute.
Well, and also so they're exercising, walking the dog, whatever.
That's true. See, when I do that, I just want silence. I don't want the noise. It's just dog, me, silence. It's good.
That's nice.
Anyway, Well, I know you've got to get going to a meeting,
Yes.
and we appreciate you coming on late notice like this. We're also trying out the gear again for the first time because we've been, like I said, down. We only got it up last week, and everything seems to be working, and that's good. So we'll have a show next week, like normal time on Thursday, and we'll keep this going. So, Susan, as always, have a happy New Year again. We're a little into the New Year already, but hey, have a great 2022. It can't be worse. Well, I can't say that nowadays. Can it be
Don't
worse
say
than
that.
2021? Who knows? Let's hope it's better than 2021. Then and we move
It will
on.
be great.
That would be great. You know, we all deserve better than what we're getting. So hope it winds up being a great year, and we will see you next week on eLearnChat. Have a good one, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.